So next up is testing a shit ton of amplifiers, and this one's actually bought from an auction site. I bought this for someone I know for sort of the full price. It was a good deal, but still, you know, a normal price. But the rest of the amplifiers are from various backgrounds, and I don't really trust them, and I don't want to ruin my testing speakers because I actually like them. So this amplifier I will test with my testing speakers, and then I'll just go to some cheap thrift shop speakers. Let's see. I think I hooked it up to aux. Oh, that works. Good amp. I have one of these myself. It's actually right behind the camera. I like them a lot. Right, here we go. A pair of LG speakers and the Marantz amplifier. First LED is out, so that's not working. Oh, there we go. Ooh, slightly scratchy. That's working. Nice little meter there, see? Oh, I think the last one's out as well. Oh no, there we go. That's just bloody loud. It's a Sony, a boring Sony that will probably work. Here we go. Volume down. It powers on. I'm afraid that darling, I don't know what to do. I'm afraid of getting tired of loving you. It sounds really bad compared to the Marantz, but it works. So here is a Grundig amplifier. Grundig is a German brand. And I sort of assumed that this would be a rebadged Philips, but it turns out it says made for Grundig in Japan. CD. Oh, and this is then the tape one. Okay, cool. Loudspeakers. Ooh. It's not very happy. Okay, so now it sounds quite alright actually. It was horrible in the beginning. It seems to lack highs, but not to such an extent that it seems broken, but it has a very typical sound signature. Phono works. Actually, not much wrong with this. It's a bit scratchy, but it works just fine. I've never seen it before, so there you go. It's a Grundig V1700, and it's the first time I've ever seen one. This is a trip down memory lane. Everyone used to have these back in the day. You would put the record player on top, and the cassette deck, and if you were fancy, the CD player on the bottom, and it wasn't bad at all. There's even a DCC recorder that goes with it, and then CD. That's very far away. That ain't right. Whoa, something's messed up. Woo! Wow. Speaker left. Yep, no, there's something very wrong with this thing. Somehow it's giving you a complete counter phase, which is really, really cool actually, but also really useless. Nope. So here's another one of these Marantz amplifier tuner combo deals, except this one has a slightly beefier tuner. I haven't checked the model number yet, but it's a lot bigger. It's actually bigger than the amplifier. This is the ST530. There we go. Looking very fancy. This is not quite right, but see, oh, that doesn't sound good. Why the weird sounds? Oh wait. It's making some properly weird sounds. Interesting defect though. I won't turn off the tape anymore. Funny. This thing's lost it. Move the camera a little so you can actually see the front of the devices, which makes sense. This is a kind of cute little Akai receiver that I don't think I've ever seen before. I've seen this series, and ooh, that was that's the tuner. Where's the volume? Oh, here's the volume. Okay, I've seen this series, and then normally this is the volume knob, and I've seen sort of these kinds of receiver, but I've never seen this specific model. Is it gonna fry my speakers? I think it's gonna work. Ooh, very scratchy, jeez. That's pretty bad. That's not supposed to happen. This is the best sounding of the bunch so far. By far, actually. Tuner doesn't seem to receive an awful lot, but it does work, sort of. But yeah, with this knob, nope. So on a pile that's not exactly high-end, an NAD amplifier is always suspicious, especially when it misses its power button. But I'm still going to test it, but I'm assuming this one to be really, really broken. It is on. Although that may be standby, just a sec, wait. There you go. Now it's on. Oh, well. That's a very quiet phono. That's a bit too quiet. Let's see. No noise on phono. That is suspicious. What do we have? Ah, it can be set to line. That's more like it. So they cut off the power cord on this one. I'm gonna try to see, aim the camera a bit higher, if I can just strip the wire so I can hook something up to it, but I think I'm gonna mess it up because it's very short. That's one, okay. Now for the hot bit. Yes, and the other one. No, and I failed. Oh, so close. It is a bit worrying that for reasons all of these screws are very much not tight. That's some heavy cooling we got going on. Other than that, it doesn't seem very spectacular. I don't see black stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay. This is a system I don't know yet. How does this work? Are you supposed to pull that or what? You can actually sort of push it apart, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Ah, here we go. How did I do that? I was supposed to pull the pull tab, but I'm still not sure how. Speakers off, power. There you go. That's looking promising. Let's hook it up to some speakers. Let's first put this on so I can't electrocute myself. Do we have a source? No, we don't. Slightly scratchy, nothing major. All the inputs work. Sounds slightly aggressive as I was expecting, but honestly, if I were looking for a simple amplifier, like a solid amplifier, I would have no hesitation using this one. Another brand I hold in high regard is JVC. It's usually better than people make it out to be. People are usually about Pioneer and Sony and Technics, but I honestly think JVC usually outperforms the competition. How about this one? Ooh, fancy! It's got a built-in equalizer. Does it have an audio bridge for a power amp? It doesn't. So what's up? Because the power amp is obviously working. We get noise, but there's absolutely nothing coming from. Very quietly. Let's just try another input just for good measure, but there's obviously something wrong with it. It does smell nice. It's been in an environment where it smelled nice, and now that it's powering on, you can actually smell. Nope. That's a pity. This JVC AXR551X is dead. A brand I generally don't like is Kenwood. I don't think their stuff is particularly well made. It doesn't feel nice, it doesn't look nice, and it doesn't sound nice. Does it work though? So it only switches. Oh, here we go. Okay, it's a bad rotary switch. There we go. Everything is popping and crackling. Oh, mind my speakers, please. Well, that's typical Kenwood for you. Declare this one dead and a threat to speakers. Although I must admit I didn't actually hook it up to a source. That was a bit stupid. It was probably going to give some sound, but I don't trust it at all. Let's go to CD. There you go. It's on another input now. Yeah. That's so typical Kenwood. Nope, nope, nope. What to say about Onkyo? Generally their stuff sounds really good and is a lot of value for money, but it doesn't age very well and gets loads of issues with logic and switches and stuff not working well. There you go. Wow, that's a lot of light. CD, I think. Well, see, that's what I mean. It doesn't switch to CD. There it went. After 50,000 presses, so it's probably not gonna make it, but your typical Onkyo problem. Is there still a tape monitor on? Yes. It does appear to be getting better though. Every time. You know what? I'm gonna give this one a shot because the longer it's on, the better it gets. So it's probably gonna be fine after a few hours of playing. We got a rather neglected looking little preamplifier. I already did some cleaning and actually tried to polish it up a bit, but that didn't work, so I think I'm gonna have to spray paint this. But they took the wire off again, so I'm gonna take this one apart. It's actually by a brand called Sonic, which is not a brand to be taken seriously normally, but everything about this thing just tells me that it's quite alright actually. So I'm just gonna take it apart and see what we find and put a wire on it and then see what we got. Ooh, that's very easy. I mean, look at the cute little thing. That's very easy to work on actually. It is on. I'm putting it up auxiliary. So far, not much. Am I doing something wrong? Yes, I need to put this amplifier on CD. There we go. Slightly crackly. Honestly, that's not bad. So in the sketchy NAD amplifier category, this is the most sketchy one of the three. It has no bottom. And it doesn't feed, so that's good. And there's only one screw in the entire housing. I'm going to open it up, really easy this way, and see if I see any reason to not plug it in. Actually it looks alright. I would not even be surprised if this worked, but I'm not sure why it's so incomplete. It does power on, and I hear the speakers power on. So, I think I used aux, right? Not sure. Nothing so far. But it does power on, which is more than I had expected. So this is one for my dad. He can have some fun with this. Maybe he can get it to work, but I think it's toast. So this is the least dodgy NAD because it's actually complete. Why do I hear a thump when the speakers are off? Whatever. Does that switch work the other way around? Did I just hear a buzz? What was that? All of the text is gone from this one, so it's kind of hard to see what I'm pressing. Let me Google a photo because I actually don't know what I'm doing. Tape monitor, makes sense. Not exactly the best receiving screwdriver, but you see the tuner works. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one because of the missing text. Just video, phono and AM are still complete and mono, and the rest is all... So here's another Onkyo, but this one does not have the problematic switches, so provided everything else is okay, this should work. Nice green display, very bright. This one has seen a lot of use. You can see from the wear. It only has tape inputs, tape/CD, but in the end it only has 3 inputs, phono and 2 tape ones. Let's see if we can get any sound from that. Good sounding machine. Ooh, really nice actually. Yeah, memory works too. I mean, at least as long as I keep it turned on, I think. No, it actually remembered it. Cool. Phono, yep, works. I do like the looks of this thing, but it is very old, so chances are that it needs a complete overhaul. One way to find out was the volume down, speakers off, power. We have a lot of light. That's actually already surprising. Very pretty. Look at that. It's much more subtle in real life. You can't really see on the camera. Let me turn it down a bit. Yeah, that's about right. It's also a bit greenish in real life. The camera doesn't really do the auto white balance very well. I actually on purpose overexpose all of these shots because I want you to see the details. Wakey wakey! We've got one channel. Oh boy. So let's check those fuses at the back, because they are kind of hard to, speakers are kind of hard to hook up, because they don't have spades and these terminals are really made for spades. So I thought maybe that I didn't hook the speakers up properly, but I think that's not it. Do we have a dead fuse? Yes we do. Do we have a replacement fuse? Don't think we do. Let's actually just swap them. Probably the other one blows. If it doesn't, well then we know. Oh, there we go. That's tuner, I guess. Doesn't sound healthy, but there you go. 2.5 amps. I'm not sure if I have those, to be honest. I'm just gonna... Oh, I do actually, but they're the small ones. 1/2 amp, 2 amps. 1 amp, 2 amps, 1/2 amp. Gonna go for a 2 amp fuse and hope it survives. It's kind of hard to tell what causes what right now. Ah! Bingo! Okay. If I so much as look at it, I think this should solve the problem for now. Yeah, the tape monitor switch is dirty. Very dirty. Oh, yeah, the good news is it's actually quiet. Phono preamp appears to be working. The music is still stopped, right? Oh wait, it's on tape monitor. Yeah, the phono preamp works. I mean, I'm gonna give this one a clean, and it could actually solve the problems. It's worth a shot because it doesn't sound like it needs an overhaul. Everything appears to be working. It's just all very dirty and very finicky, but nothing is actually broken. So I think this cool retro Technics receiver, which actually looks really good still, can you see? Deserves a chance. Let's see what it does. What's the model number? It's the SA5150. Ooh, wasn't that also an IBM computer? Classic. I am not sure what to think of this weird amplifier, except that it's really gross. And it's part of a stereo rig, so I think it has loads of functions that we can't use because flat cables. Wow, that thing is gross. But can I turn off the muting? So far it's very quiet. I think it just doesn't work with the other components not being there. It also has Dolby noise reduction right there and counter reset. Okay, I don't think this is working without the rest of the rig. It has buttons for the record player and the CD player there as well. Pity, it would have been usable still. The Philips 900 series, Philips' last attempt at a serious audio series. People go crazy for them, but there's literally nothing special about them. This is a simple one. This is the FR911 receiver, and that's good because the simpler, the more reliable. The more extensive ones are usually broken in this series. Oh, speakers. Next song. It works fine, but it sounds horrendous. I mean, nothing wrong with it. It's an ugly sounding beast, but yeah, phono works. It's not. Wait, it's spatial stereo on. Is that maybe why it sounds so horrible? No. I'm not even sure what I like best. It's both pretty shit. It will get a bit better. I think it's been off for quite some time, but you know, people don't buy these for the quality. They buy them for the looks. Look. And yeah, it looks quite good actually. It's still in good shape except for this. Needs a bit of a clean, but yeah, it doesn't sound good at all. Sorry, Philips 900 lovers, it doesn't. Last but not least for this series, we still have a ton of CD players to do, but this is a Kenwood, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually do like this one. It's sort of a flat line, yet still quite serious amplifier. Rotary encoder, I'm sure that's gonna be a problem. Well, that's not a lot. I know I said I'm not a fan, but that's shockingly little. So, we are missing 2 screws. 4 screws, but that doesn't have any screws either. It actually looks half decent. That's, oh, no fuse! That's not a lot. 1.6. Yeah, so I'm gonna put in 1.6. I did unplug it, right? Let me check, I don't want to get electrocuted just yet. Yeah, so let's put this in. Again, not fitting particularly well. Let's pinch these a little and hope it works better. Of course, this is a very flimsy fuse holder. They could have done a better job. I'm going to show you the fuse in case it blows, because it's always nice and dramatic. It is right there. Will we get a flash? Or will we not get a flash? We did! Way! So, yeah, that's black now. That was a proper flash. It's a very black fuse, see? So yeah, that happened. So that's obvious. It blows fuses. Probably something there in the amplifier circuit. Usually that's what eats fuses with these. So last but not least, the Kenwood is dead as a dodo. Yeah, pity, because it's a good looking, nicely built amplifier. Very heavy as well. And I expect really pretty build actually. Everything's straight except for those. That's a pity. This could have sounded quite alright, but it's dead! So, bye people of the internet, we'll be back!